Well, good afternoon, everyone. I'm wondering what happened to. Oh, there we go. Okay, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Um, just getting on Facebook here, and I'm telling you, Facebook must have COVID-19 as well because it's doing its thing and giving me fits. There are always some changes and challenges, and today I discovered that they have changed the whole format of doing a Facebook Live, and I got a few minutes to work with it and try to check it out, but like everything else that's going on, I just have to roll with the punches. All right, well, we don't have much going on yet. There's nobody joining me yet, so I'm going to give it a few seconds and let people realize, hey, I'm here. I'm waiting for you and looking for you to join me soon, and happy to see you. Looking forward to this meditation. I tell you, I am so looking forward to this meditation. There's a lot of stuff going on, not just with the lockdown on the virus, but a lot of stuff going on, period, as all of you know. So let's just get together and be happy that we have this wonderful internet and computers and technology that we can use to connect and get together, because I don't know about you, but right now I need this connection as we get into the meditation. I want to let you all know I forgot to put in the comments that anyone you want to pray for, you could add their name to the comments to just be included in this meditation, because this is a special healing meditation, more so than any of the others that we've done in the past, because a month ago we weren't dealing with this incredibly I don't know what words to describe it, but we weren't dealing with this incredible emergency that has gone from being far away in a country on another continent to being worldwide and right here in our own homes. So our lives have changed so much in just the last 2-3 weeks that we need to know that this is part of our ascension process, and that things will continue to be challenging for a while. So our prayers go out for those who are sick and suffering, who may have just passed, as well as for ourselves. We all need prayer, and we all need inspiration and to be lifted up and encouraged and prayed for right now. I have had an incredibly challenging week, and it'll probably get more challenging as time goes on. Hello, everyone. I'm just going to say the few names that I see here: Elizabeth and Gwendolyn. I appreciate your being here with me this evening. Karima and Ceci and Reverend Reg. You know, I hear when our members sign on, especially some of our new ones, come in and introduce themselves, and one of the things they always say is, I'm so glad I have this group. Well, I'm saying the same thing, and I do try to let you all know how much I appreciate you all the time. It's an incredible support for me, even if I am the admin, the mentor, the kind of leader of the group. But we all need to have support, and we all need to know that we're connected to other people, that there are people that care about us. So it's just a matter of being focused and being aware that no matter where we are in the world, as Dr. Masters used to always say, which is so true, and that is that there is no such thing as time or space. Those are creations, constructs of the physical, third-dimensional world. But when we look at things from the spiritual realm, from our energetic reality, we are all one in the same place and time. And we need to remember that no matter what's going on or where we are, there will always be someone available for us to connect with. And I'm so grateful for this Facebook Live format because it does allow those who aren't able to be on with us live at this moment because of time differences or maybe, obligations and things that are going on in our lives. But we can always come and watch this replay, and it performs as though it's a live presentation, so you get the feeling of being included in the moment. And that's a really good thing that Facebook put together, and that is that we can feel like the live session is taking place even though it may have been hours ago, and it gives us the ability to pray with each other, to connect and really be present no matter where we are or what has been happening. We've been on this quarantine now for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and I feel the energy of people hitting the wall, moving to the end of their patience and for some people, to the end of their tolerance, and now people are dropping into fear, getting irritable, impatient, and feeling confused, and even, dropping into that fear mode of what's really happening. People are starting to sense that there's more to this than meets the eye, and there is. And in the coming weeks or what have you, we will find out more and more about what that is. But this week was difficult for me because I felt myself, as I've been, going around, not really, physically too, going around supporting people and talking to people and trying to make people stay, help them stay encouraged and uplifted and informed and all of this. Some of the stress and what have you kind of got to me midweek. And I think it kind of happened because I lost a very good friend this week. I don't know if he died because of COVID-19 or whether it was just his choosing to leave the planet. But it was an ex-boyfriend that I've known for over 40 years, and we had a 7-year relationship at one point in time, many, many years ago. But we stayed friends, and I found out Wednesday morning that he had passed. Like I said, I don't know what or how. I wasn't really in touch with his family, so his son only posted on Facebook that he had passed away Tuesday night, and so I don't really have any information. But it was a real, I don't know, it hit me differently. I've had other people that passed away, but I guess since we had a close relationship for a long time, it was it bothered me. And with all that's going on, I think I was already in a super sensitive place. Then we've had some stressful things going on. It's been a little difficult working with the group on some levels. And then my neighbor next door, I think I mentioned to some of you, my neighbor next door has been in hospice care for the last month. They brought her home. She'd been sick, very sick for the last few months, and had been in the hospital for several months. And then her husband decided to bring her home because he wanted her to be comfortable and at home with him. They have a really strong love story. It's lasted over 30 years, so it's really hard for them to say goodbye. But she's been slowly declining for the last 4 months. And today I went over to do some smudging for them and to kind of, check on her. I mean, she's declined to the point where she's not talking and, barely opening her eyes from time to time. We don't know if she hears us or not. But today, when I went over to see how they were doing and do the smudging, my roommate met me at the door and she was crying. And I said, "Oh my God, is Mary, is she gone?" She said, "Not yet, Lyn, but she's so close. She's so close." So I went in the room and it's like any minute now, and you can see it in her body, and her breathing is shallow, and then it'll stop for a while, and then she'll breathe again. And so I was there for over an hour, and then I had to come home because I needed to do the Facebook Live. And it reminded me of when I was a little girl, around 12 or so, when my grandmother passed, she passed at home. And it's, I really take my hat off, and my heart goes out to those who are the strong, loving, compassionate souls who do hospice care. Reverend Jeff, who was one of our members, and I met Jeff through the group many, many years ago, back when we started, and he's just recently gotten his end-of-life doula certification, and he's about to open an end-of-life service facility to work with people who are transitioning. And, if you don't work with people in that capacity, like healthcare workers or end-of-life celebration type of people who work in hospices, you really don't know what it's like to watch someone dying. And it had been, I've done some caregiving with people who were very sick, and that's tough enough. But to watch Mary dying and watching her pass and sitting and listening to her husband sobbing and hugging her and telling her how much he loved her and blessing her and letting her, telling her she can go. And I mean, I'm crying and he's crying, and it's just like, oh my God. And I'm standing there. I prayed for her, prayed over her and for him, and then I did the smudging and everything. And I'm walking through the house and I'm thinking, this is just one situation. And she's not dying from COVID, and she's surrounded by loved ones. But there's so many people out there who are making their transitions now for so many different reasons. And in some ways, I feel honored to be able to be with Mary, to say goodbye to her. I've only known her about 1.5 years, almost 2 years since I moved here. She was one of the first people I met when I moved here. And to see, to be there to help her move towards the light, as I kept telling her, I said, you're going home, Mary. I said, it's okay, you can leave whenever you want, you're going home. And then she started trying to sit up, almost as though she was seeing people. And I told my roommate, I said, the veil is thinning and she's seeing loved ones now. She's seeing that light. And several times, it was like she wanted to sit up or get up and go to the light. So I had to come over here to get ready for this meditation, but it's been such an emotionally trying experience. And all I could do is think about how many situations like this there are going on right this minute. And for any of you who may be saying goodbye to loved ones, or maybe assisting with families that are saying goodbye to loved ones, we honor you and we support you, and we send you love, light, and energy to help you with your work, because this is truly important, special work. But in our humanness, it's extremely difficult. So, this is something, as much as I love helping people, and, I'm a healer, and I work with the life side of energy healing. I'm empathic, so this is really hard for me, because I feel so much, and the only way I can kind of deal with it is to put myself into the place of not feeling. And I don't really like to go there, because it means that I have to shut down a lot of other emotions as well. But it's where I had to go in order to get ready to come over here and talk to you all, because I have to detach from the scenario over there and do the work that I need to do here to support all of us and to help support the world. When I get done, I'll go back over and, see what's going on. But anyway, so I need your prayers as much as we need to pray for everyone else. So, with that in mind, and knowing that I'm not the only one that's dealing with this, many of you are out there helping and loving, and just being present, as so many people are struggling with this situation. We know and we honor the presence of Creator, who is right now very, very strongly present on the planet through each and every one of us. So let's just take a minute and breathe. I don't know how many of you participated in the meditation that took place yesterday, for the effort to get 1 million people present to meditate. I hadn't really planned to, because I was going to do this meditation today, and I know that it's important for us to continue the meditations and the prayers for love and light to continue, as much as we can, 24 hours a day. So I thought, well, they'll get their million people, and I'll do our group meditation here, which we've been doing this for 15 months now. So I'm so glad that we started this over a year ago, because I didn't realize it was going to be this close to the process beginning, but I'm glad that we have, because we've set up some really powerful energy. But as it turns out, David Wilcock, who is one of the people I follow when it comes to keeping me informed about what's going on, and he's an incredible mystic and shaman in his own right. So he held a meditation as part of the million-person meditation for the world. He started it a little bit, his session a little early, and by the time he got ready to do the group meditation with the million people around the world, he had 27,000 people watching his live stream. So I know we had a major impact and contribution to the effort to have this incredible number of people meditating and praying at the same time. And I was glad to be able to do it, especially as part of that large number of people. So I hope you were able to participate, and that you could feel the energy that was being sent out in and around the planet to every person, to Mother Earth herself, as well as to every life form in and around and on the planet. So let's take our moment now and start by breathing together. We all need to breathe. I'm sure that as we're moving through this event, this experience, many of us are breathing very shallowly, and many of us are probably holding our breath, maybe forgetting to breathe altogether. So let's do our normal breathing process that we do, and that is to take to exhale first, and then to take a deep breath in to 6 heartbeats if you can. That's 6 heartbeats, your own heartbeat. Hold for 3, and then exhale for 6. Hold for 3, and to do that 2 more times. And if you can't inhale for a count of 6, then do it for 4. Hold for 2. Release for 4, and hold for 2, and repeat 2 more cycles. So let's start by just doing that. We need to breathe. We need to center. We need to ground. And breathing in the breath of spirit is the best way to do that. That life energy in the breath of spirit is what we need to stay alive and to stay grounded, to stay centered and at peace and calm. So let's start by exhaling, and then inhale for 6. Hold for 3. And exhale for 6. Hold for 3. Inhale for 6. Hold for 3. Exhale for 6. Hold for 3. Inhale for 6. Hold for 3. Exhale for 6. And now take a deep breath in and exhale. And as you exhale, just feel the tension, stress, and stressful energies leaving your body. Release it, and for the next few minutes, the next 20 minutes, 30 minutes or so, just allow yourself to let go. Everything that's happening out there and around you will still be there when you finish this meditation, but for a few minutes, you can be at peace, at ease, in comfort, trusting, having faith, and knowing that despite all appearances, that our Creator is in control, that all is well, and that as we move forward, love will show us the way. We need only to open our hearts, open our minds, to be willing to receive, to be willing to align our will and desires with the will of Creator, and trust that that is enough. To know that our intuition is our source of divine guidance. And if we allow ourselves to listen, to trust, to be patient, to allow this transformation that is so necessary to take place, even though it may be unfolding in ways that are disturbing, distressing, and even outright scary to us, we know that there is a greater presence that has everything under control, and that all is being done according to the divine plan that we just can't see right now. So now we invite Dr. Masters, who is to us one of our ascended masters. We invite Jesus, Muhammad, Krishna, Vishnu, Buddha, and all of the other ascended masters, beings of love and light, who serve our Creator, Mother, Father, God, and who love us unconditionally, who are now in many, many ways present on the planet, helping us, guiding us, comforting us, opening doors for us, and creating paths for us to move forward. We say thank you for your presence here and now, and we open to receive your guidance, to hear what you are saying and how and helping us to understand what this all means for us, and trusting that it means it's going to be good. It's all good. We invite the archangels, Michael, Gabriel, Uriel, Raphael, Metatron, and all of the other archangels, all of the other guardian angels, beings of love and light, who serve Creator, Mother, Father, God, and who also love us unconditionally. We invite all of you to come and surround us now. We open our hearts to feel your presence, to allow your light and love to surround us and create this sacred space that we are now speaking our word into, and allowing and contributing our energy, our love, our compassion and patience to help our world, to birth this new presence, to help Gaia as she moves forward in her ascension, knowing that this event, this situation has never happened before in the history of mankind, and for our humankind, I'll say, and for all of us who are given this incredible blessing and opportunity to be a part of this event, to be the leaders and the supporters, the guides for all of those who don't know what we know, to anchor the light and the love of Creator on this planet. If you are one who doesn't know quite what your purpose is, just know that your purpose is to be the presence of Creator's love and light on the planet, to be compassionate, to be patient, to be kind, to show unconditional love and understanding to those who are right now scared out of their wits, or who are so confused they may be withdrawing because they don't know what else to do. To those whose other faiths and religions and practices may not be providing what they need right now, we can provide that foundation, that comfort, that courage, that inspiration and motivation for us to be just be and allow. There's nothing we can do to stop or change this situation, and we don't want to do that. We want this to happen, even though there are those with doubts about what this means. Know that it's all about the light. It's all about the love. It's all about ascension. It's all about the transition and transformation of our souls and our bodies into light. We are beyond the point of no return. There is no going back. Our world, our lives have changed forever, for the better. There is nothing to fear. As we walk through this temporary appearance of darkness, it's like walking through or moving through the birth canal as we are giving birth to this new world that we have all prayed for and wanted so much. We just had no idea of what it was going to look like when the process starts. But as we're birthing our new world and we're moving through this birthing process, it can be very messy and very difficult and painful and scary, and all those things that we're feeling now are the same things that happen when a child is being born, when the mother is in labor and she's being attended by all of the medical professionals or the doulas or the birthing specialists that help her through that process. It's all the same. But when the birth is done and the child emerges, there's all the oohing and ahhing and loving and being in awe of the miraculous birth of a new life. And we have that to look forward to as well. So let's be the champions. Let's be the supporters. Let's help our mother Gaia as she moves forward, shedding and shaking off all of the darkness, negativity, all of the dysfunctionality and intolerance and difficulty that we have lived with for thousands of years. We're moving into the light. The portal is open, and we are speeding in that direction faster than you can imagine. As we open our hearts and open our minds and allow Spirit to guide us, to carry us, to support us, to inspire us through this process. All we need to do is relax and trust. And that word, trust and faith, those words are so important now because we can't see what's beyond the veil. We can't see what's down the road. We can't see where all of this is headed. But we know in our hearts that it is for our better world. That when we emerge back into the dawn of the new day, when we emerge from this situation, from this event, and look around and see the form that our new world is taking, that there's still going to be challenges ahead. It's not going to be like waking up and everything's going to be magically wonderful overnight. No, we still have some challenges. We still have some dark days and some difficulties ahead. But we are moving down a magnificent path. As I called it in the announcement for this Facebook Live, follow the yellow brick road. And if you haven't watched The Wizard of Oz recently, I invite you to take some time. It's on Prime Video and probably on several other streaming services. But Dorothy, in her fear and anger and hurt of losing her beloved little Toto, runs away from home because she's trying to find her way and to preserve what she loves so much. She gets caught in this terrible, terrible storm. And in the process, she's knocked unconscious and she wakes up in this dream world, which seems so real to her, which is kind of like where we are now. We went to bed one night in mid-March, woke up one day and our world had changed, and suddenly we were transported through this terrible storm, and this pandemic is the storm as we're moving through it. And as we move forward, in many ways, we're going to be in that dream world where we are going to be asked to follow the yellow brick road by trusting and having faith that the destination is taking us home, because that's where it is guiding us and taking us. And along this yellow brick road, she meets new friends, she makes connections, and creates a whole community of people who had never been in her life before. As we are in this quarantine right now, this is the opportunity that's being presented to many of us to get to know our neighbors, to connect with people in our community that need our help, those that can help us. In many cases, families are getting to know each other for the first time. We have so much distraction, especially with our digital devices, that there are families who are living together and don't really know each other. But now, as we're forced to stay home and be with our loved ones, and maybe there's not so much love there in some cases, and we pray for them. But we are being offered opportunities to learn to get to know each other, to share, to be kind, to support, to be present for each other, and to be in a place where we don't feel alone, where we make new friends and extend our families and talk to people we haven't spoken to in maybe years, and to make new friends that we will continue to be close to in the years to come. And as she continues down the road, she's meeting the cowardly lion, and he needs courage. So do we. She meets the scarecrow. He needs a brain because he can't figure things out. He's made out of straw. And right now, we're confused, and our brains may begin to feel like straw because we don't know exactly what's next. She needs the Tin Man, and he's asking for a heart because he doesn't have a heart, and his body is hollow inside. For many of us, we've been through life experiences that have made us shut down our hearts for fear of being hurt again, or maybe because we just don't, want to connect. We don't trust other people. But many of us, for various reasons, have shut down, and we have lost connection with our hearts. And she continues, and of course there's the Wicked Witch, which is the darkness, the scary parts of our lives, the threats, the things that make us fearful and make us worry about what's going to happen to us. And that ever-present threat is there. But we continue to move down this yellow brick road because we know that if we stay focused, if we keep moving forward, if we trust the divine guidance we are each being given, that we're going to come to our desired outcome, and that we will go back home. And she goes through the dark forest, and there's all the scary monkeys that kidnap them, and there's, she makes it to Emerald City, and there she meets the wizard who gives her a challenge to go back in the world and bring the very thing that she fears the most back, and that is to face the witch and get her broom and bring it back to Emerald City. And as much as she's terrified of doing this with her companions, they go off on the journey to do just that, which is what we are going through and will be going through in the coming months as we move down the yellow brick road towards our journey home, to create this beautiful new world that we've prayed for, wished for, hoped for, that we now know is possible. We see it coming, and we have to keep going. There is no going back. The bridges have been burned behind us. So with our newfound companions, looking to Spirit for the courage, the wisdom, and the heart to accomplish our goal, we move forward. We trust, we have faith, and confidence. And as scary as it may seem as we go into this unknown new future and through this process right now, we are lifted up, supported, loved, protected, healed, and held in the heart of Spirit, surrounded by the pure white light, the high vibrational frequency of love and light that is all we need to be victorious. And at the end of Dorothy's journey, she gets the broom, and she and her friends come back to the wizard, thinking that he's going to save them and do things for them that's going to magically transform their lives, only to find that what they sought the most, what they were looking for and desired the most, was something they already had. All they had to do was go within, to look within themselves, to go through this hero's journey of transformation and transition, and coming out the other side to discover, as Glenda says, the very thing you want the most has always been there for you. You've had the power to do it all along. The scarecrow always had wisdom and intelligence. He already had a brain. The Tin Man, so full of compassion and unconditional love, already had a heart. And the cowardly lion, who was scared of his own shadow, discovered that he had courage because he stayed there with his friends and they fought their way through the darkness and through the scary times, and together they were victorious. And they also discovered that the wizard, the magician that they thought was going to do all of this stuff for them, was just like them. That symbology is to let you know that while we have leaders and other people out there that may know a little bit more than we are, may say, wonderful words and encouraging, uplifting words, the truth is they're just human like we are too. And what they may do and give to us is inspiration and help along the way. But the truth of the matter is everything that we need is right here within us, here and now. So when you're out there on the road or through the dark forest and you're becoming afraid and insecure and worried, go within. Spend your time in meditation and prayer. Open your heart and your mind and allow the presence of Creator to come through, to speak to you, to guide you, to love you and support you. You already have everything you need for this moment and all of the moments to come. And you can be the light in the darkness, the friend and companion to someone who doesn't know this. Help them find their own courage. Help them find their own heart. Help them find their own wisdom by being the light and unconditional love and patience that they need on their journey as well. And when it comes down to it, and you finally realize that you had the wisdom and knowledge to go home all along, click your ruby slippers 3 times and say, thank you, Creator, Mother, Father, God. I am home right here, right now, in this moment, because I am part of you. I've never been alone. I've always been a part of you. I live, breathe, and have my being within your divine presence, within your universal mind. You are not somewhere out there. You are right here with me, in me. And all I have to do is click my heels 3 times and recognize your presence flowing in and around and through me every moment of every day. So for a few minutes now, just sit quietly, go within, and breathe in the presence of our divine Creator that is right here, around us, within us, ever present, full of love and light for you. And now we give thanks for this time that we have spent together. We give thanks for each other and the ability to connect and support each other in this most incredible, amazing time that we are experiencing. We give thanks to know that we have the power, the love, the support, and the presence of Creator right here at our beck and call every moment of every day. In the middle of the day, in the middle of the night, all we have to do is stop, go within, and listen, and allow the shower of love and light that is the presence of Creator, Mother, Father, God, to shower over us, to pour over us like a beautiful, shimmering waterfall of divine light. Standing in that presence and feeling the energy absorbing and taking away all the stress and tension and fear as we surrender to the presence, allowing it to heal us, to cleanse us, to clear us, to ground us and center us, to remind us of who we really are, to remind us of where our power, where our safety, security, and where our protection comes from. Reminding us that every moment of every day we walk within a circle of light, pure white spiritual energy light that cannot be separated from us because it is the presence of Creator flowing in and around and through us. It is the essence of our very life force. And all we have to do is take a minute to sense it, to remember that that's who and what we are, that we live, breathe, and exist within the presence of Creator. So as we come to the end of this meditation and bring ourselves slowly back to the room, back to the presence of our everyday lives, we stop and send our high vibrational frequency love and light out through the room where you're sitting, through your home, in and around and through everyone in your home, through your neighborhood, through your city, through your feet, through the earth to the other side of the earth, and out to the horizons in all directions, envisioning this beautiful, shimmering white light of love moving through the planet in every direction, through every being, life form, creature, plant, mineral, human, even the beings of the sea, through the molecules of the oceans and the air, all being purified, cleansed, and energized by the presence of Creator. We are held within the heart of Creator right now as life on the planet, as part of the planet. And as we send our light out, imagine it that it's going out beyond the planet, through the solar system, to the moon, the sun, the other planets and moons, and beyond, through our galaxy, and out through the galaxy to the other solar systems and beyond, through the galaxy, through the universe, throughout the universe and beyond. For the light of Creator is all-encompassing, and all ever-present. To know that, to believe that, to be able to contribute our energy to that is a blessing for which we are so eternally grateful. Thank you, Creator, Mother, Father, God, for all of this. at something even better as you bless our world with a new beginning. And so it is. Amen. I send love, light, and divine blessings of comfort and peace and courage to each and every one of you and to your families. Hold you in my heart. I ask you to hold me in yours. I'm about to go back over next door to see what's happening with my friend Mary and helping to give her a loving send off into the light as she goes home, knowing that we will see her again. Looking forward to that time when we can see her again. So good night, everyone. Be blessed. Have courage, have faith, and know that all is well. And so it is. Good night.